Hello everyone, and welcome to this latest episode of Book Time with Elvis with me, Mark. And today we have a tag video because my partner in crime for the August of Adventures that we are doing in August, funnily enough, Sean D. Stanfast has come up with an original book tag. It is the Awfully Big Adventure book tag, and he tagged me, surprisingly. There are six questions, and I shall endeavour to answer them for you. Actually, the sixth one is tagging, so yeah, he's tagged a load of people that I would have tagged, so I've had to come up with some others for this. Right, number one, do you like your adventure stories fictional or real life? I have to say I like both. I think when you read real life ones or non-fiction adventure stories, then you really understand the limits of human endurance. You can see really what's possible because it's amazing what some of these people went through. When you look, for example, the likes of Richard Burton and John Hanning Speke and the things they went through in order to try and find the source of the Nile, it's just unbelievable. And then you look at how many explorers lost their lives doing their exploration. I mean, you've got Scott, of course, Robert Falcon Scott of the Antarctic. You've got, I was going to say Mungo Jerry, I mean Mungo Parks, of course, and a host of others. So I find that amazing when you can read true non-fiction adventure. And then fictional adventure just extends that, obviously, into the realms of sometimes impossibility or implausibility. And it just provides a kind of escapism. I love reading about, for example, Alan Quatermain from H. Rider Haggard. He is, a little bit too perfect. He's a little bit bordering on superhero, but it's fun escapism. I guess the fact he appears in, is it Alan Moore's League of Extraordinary Gentlemen? It shows you then the kind of, where Alan Quatermain, the character, lies in things. I adore it. I think it's one of my favourite genres going, be it fiction or non-fiction. I can just read adventure and adventure travel, adventure exploration books all the time, and I don't get bored. Number two, if you could follow in the footsteps of any explorer, who would that be and why? I'm not sure I'd really want to follow in the footsteps of any of them, to be honest, because it's far too dangerous. There is a part of me, of course, who would daydream away of looking at some kind of what it would be like to have joined, I don't know, Lewis and Clark or Captain Cook on their adventures. I think if I go for my favourite explorer / adventurer, it would have to be Captain James Cook. So, like Sean, I do love adventure stories and exploration stories set in Africa, but I find Cook such a remarkable man, a man who, was born in relative obscurity and from a lower class background, who managed to rise up to be a captain in the Royal Navy, and an extremely talented cartographer and navigator who really did something to change the map of the world, or compile the map of the world. So perhaps I would have to say Captain James Cook rather than James T. Kirk. Number three, where was the most romantic and or weirdest place you have read a book? What was that book? This is a difficult one. I suppose, as people who view this channel know, I grew up in the islands of Bermuda, and I certainly remember reading, for example, Treasure Island, on an island, an uninhabited island, for example. That's pretty romantic. I don't know if it's particularly weird, but there was something very nice about that, of course. I'm just trying to think if there's anywhere else that I read a strange place that I've read books in. Um, I've been on a beach in, for example, the Sea of Okhotsk, which I guess is kind of a not really a strange place, but I mean you can see Russia from there, you can see the Sakhalin Islands, and it would have been quite interesting to read Chekhov's travel stories while looking over and seeing that dark outline of the island. Yeah, it's annoying. I sat thinking about it, and I couldn't really come up with too many great answers for that. No doubt once I've recorded it, it will probably come to me. But yeah, that's going to have to be the answer that I give. Number 4, if money was no object, what rare and or signed adventure book, fiction or non-fiction, would you purchase? It's no secret I adore Treasure Island. I mean, I would love to have like a beautiful mint condition first edition Treasure Island signed by Robert Louis Stevenson. That would be amazing. I would like, I don't know what else. I mean, I would love a complete first edition set, all signed, of the works of H. Rider Haggard, for example. Yeah. I think, I know it's like adding something in there, but I think I was thinking as well about, rather than just owning these books, what if you could actually meet those people? I mean, I would love to meet, as I said, James Cook, of course, but also Roald Amundsen. I recently read a book about him called The Last Viking, and he was a remarkable character. Really amazing and remarkable man. I'd love to have, shared a beer with him. And it's funny because for years I wasn't at all particularly interested in Arctic exploration or Antarctic exploration, both of them. And then when I read his book, or the book about him, and what he went through, it really kind of piqued my interest. I was really curious. So I read a couple of other books based on that. I've got actually behind me South, Ernest Shackleton, which I want to read. Probably save that for winter. It'd be kind of atmospheric. But yeah, I mean, I think if money was no object, I would have to go for the ones I mentioned. Just, yeah, I mean, there's so much, that's the thing. I mean, yeah, but I will go with either a first edition, mint condition first edition Treasure Island signed by Robert Louis Stevenson, because money is no object, and the complete works of H. Rider Haggard in mint condition and signed by H. Rider Haggard and made out to me as well, of course, by both of them. That would be really cool. Number 5, what place have you read about but never visited? Name a few of your favourite titles. Well, I can go back to the Arctic and the Antarctic. Of course, I've never visited them. And The Last Viking by Stephen Bone is a really interesting book about Roald Amundsen, and follows all his adventures really, and I thought that was fantastic. I would recommend, I've never been to Australia actually, and I would recommend Tony Horwitz's book, I think it's called Blue Latitudes or Blue Horizons, To Boldly Go Where Captain Cook Has Gone Before. That's a really good book about Captain Cook. I would recommend, I've never been to Africa, I would recommend Mungo Park's Travels in the Interior of Africa. It's very readable. Though of course, I don't know if it's not a spoiler, I suppose, because I already mentioned, but he came to a sticky end there. Yeah, so that's really it. I mean, I could spend hours really on this, and I'm sure as the month of August progresses and we get into more and more adventure videos, I'll be able to share more with you. But that's really it from me for now. Number 6, tag some fellow adventurers. Yes, I will tag those who commented on my announcement video, If you are one of those who commented and don't have a channel, then you can answer the questions in the comment, or anybody watching can actually answer the questions in the comment, and anybody watching can actually do it. But the ones I'm going to name are Karen Evans, roving reader. I will go with Carrie, very literary Carrie, Vin, Revenant Reads, Criminoli, and Felicity, My House is a Library, and Bill's Books, for starters. So there we go. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I really look forward to you joining us for this August of Adventures. I think it's going to be great fun. And as we said in the announcement video, you do not have to read the same books we're reading. You can read anything to do with adventure, and please, by all means, tell us about it, recommend things to us. I've put up a channel also on my Discord, so you can join it. The link is down below. You'll be very welcome. It's still quite a small community, but perhaps it will grow. And if you want to join in, also comment. Let us know if you want to join in the reading with us. And as I said, we'll do it either via via Discord or a Voxer group. And I think it will be really fun to talk about those books that we're doing. So take care, everyone. See you soon. Bye.